My question to you is, are you awake yet? Or do you still think that things are still the same as they used to be? Business as usual? In this video, I'm going to focus on 5 highlights that changed the world in 2023. And there is no going back. There is no going back. Hello and welcome to Africa Living Abroad. I am Jampu, and I am here to share my international experiences, build bridges between cultures with hope of making the world a better place. And I consider myself a social observer, a commentator and interpreter of social events, and a storyteller. 5. Witnessing the shift of the ages. It is said that for the past 2,000 years, we've been living in the age of illusions. Many things and events happening right in front of our eyes, and we were too blind to see. And that 2023 was the end of that age. And going forward in 2024 begins the age of revelations. I'll share more details further. And are you shocked to hear this? Are you shocked? Some of you may be shocked, and some of you are right on top of things and understand exactly what I mean. You see, in the age of revelation, which we are entering, many things and many illusions are continuing to crumble. And they started already a few years ago, but in 2023, they went at a higher speed. And we have witnessed the falling of great leaders and great countries. We have seen the changing and the falling of systems and structures of conditioning that have been used to control the masses of people. And we will continue to see that crumble at a faster speed. And you're seeing or hearing many dirty secrets are coming to the surface of many, many great people that were untouchable, many countries that were untouchable. And we shall continue to see the crumbling of the political system, the social system, maybe even the medical system, governmental systems, and it's the scariest of all, religious systems. And we have also seen that the so-called conspiracies are coming true. Many, many things that were dismissed as lies, as untruth, have come to pass. So, are you still with me? Are you still with me? And again, throughout this video, I'm going to also mention that there are people that are probably clapping their hands right now and saying, yes, say it, give it to us. And there are people who are going like, wow, what is that? And would not like at all what I am sharing. There are many, many sources, and there are many people that are awakening, and a lot of information is being revealed to the people, to many people, and they are speaking right now. And I would like to say, if you do not believe my messages, just give it time, because I've seen some of my videos that I made in 2019, 2021, 2020. They seem so far-fetched, but they came to pass. So I'm just putting information out there for you. So not to worry at all and not to panic because of this message, because it said 2024 going forward, we will experience prosperity and abundance and years of freedom for humanity, because new and friendly structures and systems will be in place, and a true freedom and empowerment of humanity will be experienced. And I hope that you've not lost me. And It doesn't mean that these systems, these new systems and structures of prosperity are just going to mushroom up like that. You see, things have been overlapping in this past decade. And as the old structures are done away with, and as they gain momentum, so also were the new structures being put in place. And I wish I could tell you the details right now, but I cannot share that right now. So there's an overlapping. So as one thing ends, another thing emerges. So don't you worry. Look forward to the future. Look forward to 2024 and see you there. See you there. 4, a great shift from fearfulness to courage. And you're witnessing, or you've witnessed in 2023, if you've been watching, if you've been listening, if you've been watching videos away from the mainstream media, there are so many strong voices rising and speaking courageously and addressing issues going on in the world, things that people could not talk about in the past. And many voices have been addressing the events that happened from 2019 to 2022 and still happening, concerning the strong measures taken against our health and the suppression of truth. And these voices are challenging and asking for revelation of truth of what really went on, and challenging the suppression of free speech. And you might see that more people are becoming less politically correct, because to speak about these things, it is hard. It is hard to be soft and just, and hide away. 3, the outing of who has been ruling the world all these 2,000 years and suppressing humanity and not wanting the best for humanity. This is really, really deep. But in every country, there are people that are talking about the same thing, and they now know why the world has been so messed up, so crooked, and it's been revealed who those crooked elite were. And they're going down. They are going down. So humanity is winning, by the way. Humanity is winning. So don't you panic by this, be panicked by this message. And I want to say to you, if you have been consuming mainstream media, you might have missed this, because I'm going to put it as a bonus that mainstream media has been a tool for suppressing truths. And they have been choosing what to reveal and what to hide. So you may have missed this. And if you are still focused on mainstream media, mainstream news on TV, I would just say, get out, okay? If you really want to know the truth. 2, attention towards the plight of the Palestinian people. That was a great miracle, in my opinion, that happened in 2023, that the masses mobilized themselves worldwide, and it's like their eyes opened all of a sudden to see what was going on between the Israelis and the Palestinians. And I want to say, I've been ashamed for a long time that we did not see that, and we could not speak about it. And it's because things got really complicated there. And one of the things that suppressed that voice is because I would just have to say plainly, and I'm not afraid to say this because I've made a video about it, that is called Breaking My Voice, about the Israel-Palestinian situation. And I'll say, people haven't been speaking about it for years and years and years, decades, because the Israel government and the Zionist movement made it impossible to criticize them. And so people became very, very fearful. And secondly, it's because of the religious beliefs of many people. And I would say right here, many Christians, including myself, we have supported Israel in our faith, and we've prayed for Israel because in the scriptures, we believe that's where our faith came from. And finally, people have been able to separate the difference between the Zionist movement and the Israeli government and the scriptures. And so there's been a very big divide, even from the religious Jews in Israel. And for me as well, it became clear the difference between the Israel that we supported in the past. That is not this Israel. That is just a small fraction, and it is not the same one. And I risk being challenged by Christians about this, but I need you to read your scriptures and figure this out. But that is a side topic. But I want to say that when the world focused their attention on what was going on in between the Palestinians and Israelis, that was a huge one. That is a huge one. And so that was a big highlight for 2023. And I don't think that there's going back to business as usual in that corner of the world. No going back. No going back. 1. The awakening of people of African descent and the awakening of Africa, which I like to refer to as the sleeping giant. And why do I say the awakening of people of African descent? You see, the world has really not met Africa yet. What they know about Africa and Africans, we owe that to mainstream media that has done a good job to present or misrepresent Africa and Africans. And we owe that to the educational system, especially the university system that classifies people and put them into what I call a ladder. Who is on top, who is at the bottom. And Africans had no say to show who they really are. So finally, Africans are awakening to their true identity, to their true history, to their true power. And we've seen in 2023 that three countries in Africa, I have a problem with this, Nigeria, Mali, and Burkina Faso rose from their sleep to see why those resource-rich countries are some of the poorest. And they had to realize that their colonizer, France, has been, leeching on their resources. And many people up to now, they really do not know that even though Africa was independent, so-called independent, the colonizers never really left, and they continue to pool the resources of Africa and put measures in place to cripple Africa, to cripple the leaders of Africa, to threaten the presidents of Africa, so that when they rose and wanted to do their own thing, to be a sovereign country and manage their resources, they were in danger. And there are countless leaders that were assassinated, and I have to say this, assassinated by Western leaders, systems, countries, so that they could continue to access the resources of Africa. And that, in a nutshell, is why Africa has been poor for a very long time. So Burkina Faso, Mali, and Nigeria have made a big step, taken a huge risk, and they'll go through chaos for a little bit, but they are rising. Right now, they're putting in place a lot of systems to access their resources. And this is a very huge win for Africa. And because the world has never seen anything like that, because Africa had been misrepresented for as long as we know. hundreds of years. So this is a really, really huge shift that is worth noting. And I made a couple of videos in my YouTube channel addressing the relationship between Africa and the West. And the reason I did that is because I live in the West and since for almost 4 decades now. But I have always been asked this question: why is Africa so poor? Why is Africa so full of diseases? Why is Africa always, needing support, needing donations? And it was very difficult for me to answer this question, because when I lived in Africa, I never considered myself poor. I never considered, and I think many Africans living outside will say the same. We lived our life, we were happy. It's only when we came to the West that people looked at us as if we're poor, that we're beggars, and it was a default stereotype for us. And I want to say again that the mainstream media is at fault for propagating this false image of Africa, and hiding the true Africa. And many Westerners, when they go to Africa, they are blown away, because even myself, when I visit Africa, after watching news here, I do not see that on the ground. And I ask people around and they say, no, there's nothing like that. We've never heard of it. And so this has changed, and the world is going to be better because of Africa, by the way. I'm going to continue to make more videos about Africa, because it is changing and new revelations are coming, and Africa is becoming active. And those that are taken by surprise, some African countries may be asleep yet, and they may be resisting that change. But I want to encourage those Africans that are thinking that if they shift, African countries, or maybe African mindset, people who still think that they're still sleeping under the old system of colonization. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up and follow what Nigeria, Burkina Faso, and Mali have done. And I think that the reason why countries are resistant is because they are afraid of losing things. Before order comes, there will be chaos. There will be chaos. And these 3 countries I just mentioned, they are going through a lot of chaos. But before they rise, they will have to go through chaos. So I want to say, Africa and African leaders, do not be afraid of the chaos that will come. That has to happen. The crumbling of the old system comes with chaos. And then prosperity comes. And then true freedom comes. True economic freedom comes. And Africa and people of African descent, embrace yourself, embrace your new identity, embrace your new power. Freedom is here. True freedom is here. If you like my message, I would encourage you to share it. Even if it was just an entertainment value for you, comment below. Let me know what you think about. Let me know or share with others what your highlights were of 2023 and what you think about 2024 going forward. Also comment if this is a new message for you, new information for you, or if you agree or disagree with my statements. I am very good with it. I am very good with it. And I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. And I'm surprised that even now, some people are not on YouTube yet, so you may not be able to subscribe until you create an account. So until next time, happy 2024, year of prosperity, year of abundance, and year of freedom, freedom, freedom. Bye for now.